Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is my pleasure to present for 5 minutes the distinguished Majority Whip, the Honorable James Clyburn from South Carolina.
Gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding. The debate we joined today is ostensibly over the matter of sending 20,000 more American troops into Iraq. Over the past 2 days, some deeply felt sentiments have been expressed in this hall by some patriotic and honorable Americans from all walks of life and on both sides of the aisle. And I respect and appreciate the intensity of those feelings. If this were the only issue, if the matter were only a matter of troop strength and numbers, then the issue would lend itself to military and strategic solutions, and we would not be having this debate. That's not the real issue, however. That's not the reason that every member of this Congress is being granted the opportunity to speak on this issue. No, my fellow members of Congress, the real issue we are addressing today is not that simple. The real issue goes to the very heart of our American democracy. Last November, the American people voted for a change in leadership. They did so overwhelmingly because they want a new direction in Iraq. The American people also voted for a new Congress because they had lost faith in the older one. As a Congress, we had lost our footing, and as a result, our nation lost its way on the international stage. I believe that last November's call for a new direction in Iraq is also rooted in our lost faith in those who are leading that nation. We were stung when Iraqi Prime Minister al-Maliki seemed to offer amnesty to Iraqi insurgents that killed Americans. We have been robbed by the disappearance of billions of dollars sent to Iraq in good faith to help build the country. We have been deceived by the promise of trained Iraqi police forces who should be prepared to provide law and order for their country, but instead ally themselves with insurgents. I traveled with some of you to Iraq last Memorial Day and enjoyed what I thought was one of the best meetings of the trip with the Iraqi Speaker of the Council of Representatives. The optimism I felt following that meeting was destroyed just days after our return home. I heard the Iraqi speaker denigrating American efforts in his country. We in the new leadership of Congress do not stand here as defeatists and not as opponents of this nation's best interests. Only fools could reach that kind of conclusion from this discussion. We stand here today to say there is a victory to be achieved, but it's not a military conquest. The victory we seek is earned through the restoration of America's role as a peacemaker, not warmonger. It begins with the restoration of this Congress as the deliberative arbiter and representative of the best interest of the American people. It begins with the understanding and acceptance of this Congress as a full partner in the future of this activity. Many of us have seen firsthand and witnessed firsthand the realities of our presence in Iraq. Many of us have informed ourselves as fully as possible on the complexity of the problems we face. Many of us have agonized over the dangers and hazards which lie ahead, no matter which direction we take. We do not take these steps lightly. Now we stand ready to create new paths to new victories. We stand ready to initiate the kind of victories which will restore America's respect around the world and self-confidence here at home. We cannot achieve this by military might, but by diplomacy. The need for a stable Iraq is not just an American interest. It is a regional and global concern. Iraq's neighbors must be brought to the table. American troops must disengage from the red zone and redeploy to the outskirts of Iraq, where they can remain at the ready and not serve as targets for insurgents. The best way for the Iraqi government to gain the trust of the American people is for our people to step up, is for them to step up and take control of their country's security. We say today that the victories we seek are real victories, permanent victories, victories of a nation which we believe. May I have 30
Get him
seconds?
another 30 seconds.
Gentleman's recognized for an additional
Victories of a nation which still believes that the voice of the people is our final and best judgment. With this debate, we are taking steps to regain our footing as a Congress and chart a new way forward on the international stage. I am hopeful this debate will not only be heard, but will be accepted as the moment at which America turned its face toward a triumph of enormous proportions, a triumph for peace, and a triumph for democracy everywhere. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my
Gentleman's time has expired.